Namaste guys, Rajesh here for Namaste Tech, and in this video I'm doing a camera comparison between the Redmi Note 7 Pro, the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 6T. So it's an interesting comparison, though some may find it silly. The thing is that the Redmi Note 7 Pro is available for Rs 15,000 in India, while the OnePlus 7 starts from Rs 33,000. So there's a price difference of almost 2x between these two devices. But the interesting thing is that both the phones, the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the OnePlus 7, make use of a 48MP Sony IMX586 sensor. They do make use of different lens. The Redmi Note 7 Pro comes with an f1.8 lens, while the OnePlus 7 comes with an f1.7 lens. However, is the camera performance difference between these two devices big enough? Or does the Redmi Note 7 Pro punch above its weight and gives the OnePlus 7 a run for its money in the camera performance department? That's what we aim to find out in this video. I've also thrown in sample images and videos from the OnePlus 6 so as to show just how much the camera of the OnePlus 7 has improved over that of the OnePlus 6T and how well the Redmi Note 7 Pro performs compared to the OnePlus 6T. One thing that's important to note here is that the Redmi Note 7 Pro has received multiple updates since its launch to improve its camera performance. The OnePlus 7 has also received one such meaningful update, but I'm sure that OnePlus will continue to roll out more software updates to improve the phone's overall image quality. Looking at the photos, it's clear that the OnePlus 7 is able to take sharper photos with better exposure. The Redmi Note 7 Pro tends to take photos with a higher exposure that leads to clipping in certain scenarios. The AI mode in the camera also tends to oversaturate the color and contrast, while the OnePlus 7 does a far better job in terms of color reproduction as well. As for the OnePlus 6, well, it's noticeably inferior to both devices in terms of details, color and dynamic range. OnePlus has used a higher quality lens on the OnePlus 7, and that's evident from the relatively less lens distortion that's visible when you move away from the center of the photo. Photos on the Redmi Note 7 Pro have a higher amount of lens distortion, which usually happens when one uses an inferior quality lens. This is perhaps also the reason why the OnePlus 7 is able to take sharper photos. The Redmi Note 7 Pro in low light tends to use a much higher ISO level when compared to the OnePlus 7. All the scenarios, the OnePlus 6 is noticeably inferior to the OnePlus 7 and the Redmi Note 7 Pro in almost every department. Full HD sample footage shot on the OnePlus 7. This is at 30 fps. Sample video footage shot on the Redmi Note 7 Pro in Full HD resolution in 30 fps. Full HD sample footage shot from the OnePlus 6T. This is in 30 fps. Full HD 60 fps sample footage shot from the OnePlus 7. The same scene again shot on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, but this time in Full HD resolution with 60 fps. .4K sample footage from the OnePlus 7. This is shot at 30 fps. .4K video sample footage from the Redmi Note 7 Pro shot at 30 fps. Sample 4K footage shot from the OnePlus 6T. This is shot at 30 fps. So So to be honest, the results of this comparison are what I expected. The Redmi Note 7 Pro's 48 megapixel camera punches above its weight and delivers outstanding performance for a phone that's 15,000 rupees. The OnePlus 7 does well. There's a noticeable improvement in camera quality when compared to the OnePlus 6T. However, when looking at the photos from the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the OnePlus 7, things get a little bit murky. The problem is that yes, while the OnePlus 7 takes better photos than the Redmi Note 7 Pro, the difference is not big enough to justify the 2x jump in price. For a phone that's priced at Rs 33,000, I expected the OnePlus 7 to deliver better camera performance than the Redmi Note 7 Pro. And while it does so to a certain extent, I expected the gap to be a bit bigger. While there are differences in the photos taken from both phones, the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the OnePlus 7, they are only visible when you start pixel peeping. The OnePlus 7 comes with a better lens which allows you to take sharper photos, and there's also less lens distortion at the edges, something from which the Redmi Note 7 Pro suffers from. I'm pretty sure that OnePlus will fix this with future software updates and improve the OnePlus 7 camera performance dramatically. But for now, the Redmi Note 7 Pro gives the OnePlus 7 a definite run for its money in the camera performance department. So that's about it for this video, guys. What do you think about the camera comparison? So that's about it for this video, guys. What do you think about the camera performance of the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the OnePlus 7? How do you think the Redmi Note 7 Pro has performed? Drop a comment below and let us know. And if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thanks for watching.